I've seen your column, Andy. What are you working on now?
How to lose a guy in...
So today's stage, from Tchit over to Tajika, a regular route that's been done for about the last 20 years of the Dakar. Some big spectacular passes to be made, but the stage has been cancelled after the backlog of competitors still in the stage of 24 hours ago. The stage has been cancelled. It is only a road section. Dawn this morning. This is at the third control point. This is still 260 kilometers away from the finish. That's about 155 odd miles. And as the sandstorm got greater and greater with its ferocity, the guy who made the route, Patrick Zanaroli, on the satellite telephone back to base saying it's not possible for us to move at the moment. We're going to wait for about an hour or so, see if the sun comes up, and maybe the weather conditions are going to be a little more favourable. We will wait and see. The broom wagon arrived, the ominous sign of the very last vehicle to literally sweep people up off the Dakar stage, as then the helicopters decided it was safe enough to take to the skies. Only 2 helicopters making it to Tchit 24 hours ago, the rest of them being grounded out there in the stage. And just as the camels do, they travel in a caravan, so did many of the amateurs with their motorcycles. They all stuck together. Their provisions may have been low, but the sand in their boots was high. He says, we've got no fuel, no food, no drink, nothing. We chose to sleep here all together and wait till dawn. But there's still another 150 kilometers still to go. He says, well, we're okay now, but last night it was just hell. The storm was so cold, it was so windy, and then it rained. Absolutely unbelievable. The cold, that was the hardest thing of all, but you've got to give him credit. Look at the smile on his face, fair play, as he gets going. Other trucks being brought back to their wheels, as the sad story of the Vol on Dakar that we brought you 24 hours ago, the young rookies who were chosen in a competition in France having problems with their car. Trucks, of course, everybody's best friend. But in the overall truck section, Kabirov leads overall some 1 hour and 37 minutes ahead of Hans Becks. Yoshi Sugawara with his Hino is in third position overall, some 3 hours and 32 minutes behind the overall leader Kabirov. In the bike section, Mark Comer continues to lead, only just 16 seconds ahead of Frenchman Cyril Dupre. Australian Andy Caldicott third overall, equal on time with South Africa's Alfie Cox, some 5 minutes 39 seconds back of Comer. It's very tight at the top of the bike section. Fabrizio Mioni 5th, David Fretinier 6th, Pal Anders Olavarseta in 7th. Meanwhile, back to the cars. Here is Ari Vatanen, still having problems with the transmission on his Nissan pickup. No problem with the engine. It means he's still got power going to the servo, so he's still got brakes whilst he's being towed back in at the behind one of the trucks, and he has taken over 24 hours to do the stage. Here's Christian Leviel and Christian Chopin. They are stuck out on the stage this morning, still with no fuel in their Nissan. Christian Chopin, working for French television and having been a journalist on the Dakar in years before, negotiating with the Mauritanian army here for a little bit more fuel. And the guy's saying, well, you've got to really do with the fuel that you can. But Christian, ever the journalist, negotiating just 10 litres more. 10 litres more fuel, and that'll hopefully get him just a little further towards Tchit. Well done. And with that 10 litres more fuel, they managed to get going. The two Christians continuing. The view over to Tchit this morning as the sandstorm continued. Just outside the small town, the bivouac was positioned as many of the competitors swamped around a very, very welcome breakfast. Other people grabbing little sleep they could get. Here is Etienne Levine, the boss of the Dakar, saying, at the moment we've got 90 bikes in, 53 cars and 25 trucks. The second problem, though, is that the helicopters cannot get into the air. The conditions now are worse than they were last night. And when we've got this kind of problem, we think it's only reasonable that we stop today's stage.
I've been here 7 or 8 years now, and it's the same. We've had this before. Nothing has changed. It's a typical, very tough day of the Dakar, and normally always before the rest day. I don't know if it's a normal procedure, but more than 50% of the field is gone by the rest day, and that's exactly what happened yesterday.
Luc Alphonse saying it's bad for us because we're ready, we're okay for the next stage. We can make a difference on the next stage, but what about the amateurs behind us? Jutta Kleinschmidt saying it's a good thing this stage today has been cancelled because many amateurs in the rally, and we've got to give them a chance to get on, to stay in the rally. That's why I'm happy for these guys that they can continue that they did, but still at the time of this broadcast, 40 bikes still in the stage, 46 cars still in the stage, and 22 trucks still in the stage.
In this time,